Once upon a time, in the great kingdom of Zandora, there lived a prince named Omari. He was the only son of King Juba, a wise and just ruler. But unlike his father, Omari was arrogant, cruel, and heartless. He saw himself above everyone, treating his people like dirt beneath his feet. He taxed the poor heavily, punished anyone who spoke against him, and even mistreated the palace servants for the smallest mistakes. The people of Zandora prayed for the day King Juba would pass his throne to someone kinder. But the old king, blinded by love for his son, ignored his cruelty. He will change with time, King Juba always said. But time only made Omari worse. One fateful day, a famine struck Zandora. Crops failed, rivers dried, and hunger spread like wildfire. The people pleaded with Prince Omari to open the royal food reserves, but he refused. "Why should I feed beggars?" he scoffed. "Let them find their own food." Desperation led the people to the palace gates, their children crying from hunger. An old woman, weak and frail, stepped forward and begged, "Please, my prince, have mercy. My grandson hasn't eaten in days." Omari sneered and ordered his guards to chase her away. But as she turned to leave, she whispered, "One day, you will know what it means to beg, and no one will listen." That night, a great storm shook the kingdom. Lightning struck the royal palace, setting it ablaze. The fire spread rapidly, consuming everything in its path. Omari barely escaped with his life, but his wealth, his power, and his palace were gone. Homeless and without food, Omari wandered the streets of Zandora, the very same streets he once ruled with cruelty. He knocked on doors, begging for food, but the people turned him away. "Did you not say only beggars ask for food?" they reminded him. Days passed, and Omari grew weak. He realized, for the first time, what suffering felt like. One evening, the same old woman he had once refused to help found him shivering in the cold. Without a word, she handed him a piece of bread. Tears filled Omari's eyes as he fell to his knees. "Forgive me," he whispered. The old woman smiled gently. Sometimes, only pain can teach wisdom. Omari spent the rest of his days serving the people, using his experience to become a better man. When he eventually took the throne, he ruled with kindness, ensuring no one in Zandora ever went hungry again. Subscribe to this channel for amazing African folktales.